Friday night, Cage Fury 123 rolls along in Bensalem, PA, and Max the Candyman Quinones makes the trip all the way up north to see me and fight in the beautiful state of Pennsylvania. So, Max, happy fight week. How you feeling, dude?
I'm blessed beyond measure, brother, man. I appreciate you taking the time, bro.
Of course, dude. Appreciate you joining me. I know, I know you're weight cutting. I know it's not ideal circumstances. We were supposed to meet tonight in person, but there's kind of a hurricane keeping you in Florida. So is everything okay there? You still going to be able to come up?
Yeah, absolutely. So like where I'm located, it completely missed us, but it's going to like the northern like panhandle area. So for the people up there, hopefully everyone's making out okay. There's some areas that are flooded, like in the St. Pete area by the bay, but over where I'm at, we didn't lose power. We got a little bit of rain, but everything's all good around here. They shouldn't have even canceled the flight because the airports are back open at 4 p.m. My flight was around that same time. So
Damn.
it is what it is. We're gonna fly out in the morning, and I usually do my weight cut like overnight. So it would just be the same day. I'll just sleep on the plane. I already have my post weigh-in meals already set up. Uber Eats is gonna be clutch because we got a coupon for them. So we're just gonna order in and just get ready for war.
And this is the closest I've talked to you before a fight. You're looking skinny. Weight cut going okay? Sorry you got to do this during the weight cut.
No, dude. I mean, we got to do it in the UFC, so it's better to get this practice in now. Weight's on point. I'm actually just doing stuff to kill time before my night shift weight cut. So we're just hanging in there, bro.
I wish I was around longer. I could keep you longer, but I only got like 15 minutes, unfortunately. So you're on your own after this. Before we get into the fight itself, let me see the haircut because you already got it done. Dude, it gets better every time, man.
Bro, every time. Look how long he cut down right here. And yeah, man. D Barber, Barbers R Us out in Tampa. He just makes it happen. And it's a cool thing that he is my brother-in-law too. So it's a whole family thing. And everyone that attributes from the beginning, I'm always trying to take them with me wherever I go to the top. So soon it'll be logos on the head, trademark along with that as well. So I mean, we're just gonna keep adding it up.
And I always put our interviews on the Scrap News, and I know everybody there loves it. But this time I'm putting it on Cage Side Press, give you a little bit of a new fandom. So hopefully they'll like it too. But I think they will. And for those who don't know, last time Max was out was not long ago. It was CFFC 121, I believe, 2 cards ago. First round submission, 4-0. You called the shot on the show too. You said you were feeling like you were going to get your first submission. You went out there, you got it. So you're going to start calling your shots soon, man. 4-0 here in the flyweight division of Cage Fury. Pretty impressive.
Thank you, brother, man. I mean, as far as calling my shot, I'm not no mystic magic or anything like that, but I just see the tendencies that go on with my opponents because I study them extensively, and I just know what's gonna land and what's gonna hit. And for this upcoming one, I just see me touching him up repeatedly to where it will end up in the finish. But he is a little scrapple. I'll give him that. He has heart. So I mean, at the end of the day, but he hasn't felt my power, my long range, nothing like that, to where it's going to be a good fight.
And this is your first Cage Fury fight up in Pennsylvania, right?
That's right. That's right.
How you feeling? You excited to come up?
Oh, I love road trips, man. I've done road trips as an amateur and things like that. So it's good to experience new places, new cuisine, all that. I'm looking forward to Chicky Pete's afterwards and stuff like that. My buddy, he was an old roommate of mine, and he put me onto that place, and man, that dip with the fries is delicious, man. Not
Philadelphia
to talk about,
classic.
you know what I mean? I'm kind of waiting right now, so I'm talking about food, but at the end of the day, we have a mission to complete, and it's just business up until then, and then afterwards, we're gonna have some good time.
Are you gonna miss that? Like, I imagine in Florida, you kind of have an overwhelming sense of home field advantage. Like the crowd is all about you. I'm not saying it's not going to be like that up here, but this is a different state, right? You're what, a day's drive up north now? Are you going to miss that home octagon advantage, so to speak?
Not necessarily. I mean, when I'm locked in, I really tune out the crowd. So I just want to put on for the fans, put on a great show regardless, and hopefully gain some new ones with that. So, I mean, it's modern day gladiator type of shit that we're getting into. So I just want to exploit violence, put on to my opponent, and then hopefully people just react to a positive manner to it, and then want to keep following the journey along the way.
I promise you, Philadelphia fight fans, pretty good people. You'll
I know Eagle fans, like when I went to a home game. Oh man, they went berserk when it was against
crazy.
especially. I was like, oh, I like this energy. I like
Yeah.
the energy. So hopefully I get some good reciprocation, and just want to put on for the fans, man.
Yeah, man. They'll love you up here. I promise you, dude. And you're taking on Israel Galvan. You kind of touched on it a second ago, but what are your thoughts on him? Scrappy dude, you said. What else have you seen from the guy?
I don't want to say too much, but shorter. But at the end of the day, I see some tendencies that he does do, and I'm looking to exploit that, and then not have him make a name off me. Because at the end of the day, I see my goals. He's a roadblock, and I plan on finishing it.
And just because you kind of called your shot last time, you got any shots to call this time? You got a prediction at all, or do you at least anticipate this fight going down a certain way?
Second round, for some reason, I've been visualizing second round. But regardless if it makes it in the first round, third round, I'm ready for all aspects. But for the thoughts and dreams I've been having is second round.
And are you, this is your fifth pro fight now. Are you viewing your opponents getting harder each time out? I mean, it's not looking like your performances are necessarily showing that. It seems like you kind of fly through your people every time. But how does Israel rank up against the rest of your opponents you fought?
I mean, I would hope in time that the competition gets better and things like that. And I know CFFC does a great job trying to match us to where we get ready for the UFC. So I'm only expecting quality opponents that are going to get tougher.
And I mean, you're prepping at Def War. Obviously, I saw you post about them yesterday a little bit. I know camp's been great, but if there's anything to elaborate on, feel free, because this was a quick turnaround. I mean, only 2 cards in between your last.
So which is a blessing as well, because it could have been a cancellation. And I know my opponent, he's been through some cancellations, but I've been active. So the last fight was only like a minute, some change.
Yeah.
So then we just keep the ball rolling, and it's always developing as we keep going up. So not necessarily that we're honing in on certain things, but we're just trying to get better as an individual, as a team. And I think with that, it's just going to be showcased this weekend.
And who's coming up with you from Def War to be in the corner?
So it'll be my coach Daniel, and then that's most likely it. And I got some people that are flying up fan wise and stuff like that. But it's just going to be my head coach in the corner.
How many people you think you're bringing up total? Like, what sort of entourage is coming to Philly?
Man, apparently 7 people are like flying now that bought multiple tickets, and then people, because my family's from New York, so families coming down. I'm part of a men's fraternity called Mega Gamma Delta. They're based out of Long Island, so they're all pulling up. They have a Jersey chapter, PA chapter, and a New York chapter as well. So might be a good turnout. But as like I said before, I tune all those things out till after the fight. Whoever shows up, awesome, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. But whoever doesn't, you're going to see on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you right now, I'm supporting a lot of fighters on that card, but you're certainly one of them. I know you tune it out, but you'll be hearing me cheering from the second row, brother.
I love it.
And where are you staying? Like, what's your Philly experience looking like?
I'll be a couple of minutes away from the casino. I think like 5 minutes away.
Okay, so like Ben Salem area.
Yeah, like Trevor's, I believe.
I don't know the area that well.
It is the Renaissance over there that we're staying at. So the fighters get booked up over there, and then there's only like a 5-minute shot from the casino.
And how long after are you staying in town?
Oh man, next morning we fly out.
Oh, that's it? You're leaving the next morning? See, bro, I can't even get you a cheesesteak because you're weight cutting before the fight.
Yeah, and that was a downside, but I mean, quick hunting trip in and out like the burger joint.
Oh, there it is. There's my quote of the interview right there, brother. And you go 5-0 after this one, man. You looking to get another fight in 2023 potentially?
Yeah.
Is there a card you're eyeing? Do you know if they're going back to Florida or anything that you've heard?
As long as there's no injuries and we're able to bounce back quick, then October.
Oh,
but I'm focused on this one right at the moment. Focus on this one, put all my eggs in this basket, and then I'll take the basket back home and then see how the cards play out.
And I know you're focused on this fight right here, but just because I have to ask this question, my journalist hat is on. I'm also playing matchmaker a little bit because, 5-0 is a big deal. And then if you get another one in 2023, 6-0, maybe a title fight. Do you envision a title fight coming soon at all?
Absolutely.
Is that the plan? Like the next fight, hopefully, is for the title?
However the cards lay out, but I don't see why I wouldn't. I don't see
And
why.
what did you make of that Shamel Finley title fight against Bulgarian?
I don't think that is that his last name, Bulgarian.
Yeah.
I don't think they're both not that impressive. And I was seeing Shamel warm up in the back. It was looking pretty weak. And I was seeing the other guy. He's not all that either. So either one of them can get it out of this fight.
Because I remember talking about before, it could be cool to see a you and Shamel main event in Florida just because of how, big both your guys' names are. And then like I just mentioned, it wasn't Bulgarian. It's Dorjev, by the way. That was my mistake. But Dorjev really put it on him. He's getting UFC talk. So where do you think that flyweight title's going? Do you think it's going to be vacant, or do you think maybe you and Dorjev could get a fight in before he gets the alleged call up to the UFC?
I think we'll get the call. I think we'll be matched up in a sense. I think we'll be matched up before that.
So hopefully Dorjev and Max Quinones in October. Hey man, I'm all for it. And last question, just again, more matchmaking, more future talk. Sorry, I know you don't love to do that, but the fans love to hear it. You beat Dorjev, then you go 6-0, you get CFFC title. That sets you up for 2024. Pretty nice. Do you have a game plan, goals for 2024, like contender series, tough, anything you're eyeing up, anything like that?
Definitely we're in the UFC by 2024. In 2024, we're making it in there. Like the age of 28, I'm in the UFC. Like that's the only goal I've set. But as far as the mini goals that line up to that, I always do a reassessment at the end of the year. And then is my whole list. Like I mentioned before, I have a whole slew of goals. So we're just going to manifest that. But as of right now, like I mentioned before, Israel's the target. We got to take him out. And then that's part of that goal of 2023. And then we'll just keep piggybacking off that.
Would you prefer Contender Series or the Ultimate Fighter?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, right?
The experience of Ultimate Fighter will be really tight. Just learning different aspects, being away, manifesting those different things, and really going on a trip for my family and stuff like that. Contender Series, though, I mean, I'm right in my backyard. I'm in my hometown, and then I can just fly out, make it happen. Or a short notice fight. I know you get a couple fight deals if you take a short notice fight too. So I'm not opposed to any situation. I'm just ready for anything to come my way and considering it as a blessing.
Well, regardless, my man, you're very close. In every interview we have with each other, you get closer and closer, and it's truly a blessing to be along here with you for that ride.
Man.
Of course, man. Of course. Thank you again, for real. This is a blessing job for me, being able to talk to fighters. So you guys make it worth it. That's why I do it, because you guys got me involved in the sport. And Max, before I get you out of here, brother, anything you'd like to say to all your fans? Cage Side Press, as I mentioned, first interview here. If so, the mic is yours.
Excuse me, a little burp from the coffee earlier.
Burp for the fans.
Excuse me, sorry about that. First off, all glory to God. I appreciate you, Jake, for taking the time. God bless my beautiful family, my village down here. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna bring back this W with a head on a platter for everyone to see. Thank you, Def, for my team, and I appreciate all my sponsors that have helped me out along the way. This journey has been a little bit different, going to a different state, so different medicals and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you all that have contributed to this camp. And Israel, get ready. I'm coming.
Can't wait, dude. Friday night, September 1st, UFC Fight Pass. The Candyman, Max Quinones, makes his Pennsylvania Cage Fury debut. And streaking, folks, let me tell you, streaking. Max, after the win, excited to shake your hand. And if for whatever reason the casino has cheesesteaks, I'll get you one there, okay?
Man, I'm looking forward to it, brother.